welcome to the Happen Teen Video Podcast, recorded right here in the Happen Media Center, home of KMNH, Kids Making the News Happen. I'm Joey, and this is my co-host Atticus, and today is Monday, June 23rd, 2025. Today we're going to be talking about the Northside Business Association, and with us is William Walker, the president of the NBA. Now, before you get your basketball shoes on, we're not talking about dunks. This is not the same NBA. This is the Northside Business Association, and we're very happy to have William as our host.
Well, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure being here.
Thank you. Now, for the audience, could you give us a quick summary of what the NBA is?
Sure. So the NBA is a business association that is a nonprofit. We are here. We've been here since 1907, and we're here to support a lot of the local businesses in this district. Not only do we support businesses with resources, but we also support the area with beautification and a lot of other things that really kind of help bring the business district alive. And so, we're a big part of what we do to help support these businesses locally, and that's also to provide the resources that allow them to increase their business flow and their commerce as well.
Excellent. That sounds like some great services that you provide, but we'll get back to those a little bit later. I want to talk about how could someone join the NBA? Like, where do you meet and what time?
Well, sure. So at the first Monday of every month, with the exception of July 4th, just because we have a huge happening around that holiday, which we'll talk about. But the first Monday of every month, we usually have a general meeting that assembles at the heart of Northside, located at 4222 Hamilton Avenue. And it's around 7 p.m. That we have anyone in the Northside area, not just business owners, but also community members as well, can come join and hear what is going on, business related in the district, but not only business related, but community related. And for the most part, any business owner or anyone associated with any businesses in the district can join as a member, but also we welcome residents also.
Then what do you actually manage, and how long have you been managing this role?
So I've only been in this role since around February of this year, so I'm fairly new to this. And, it's a funny phrase that we use. I didn't really volunteer to take on the presidential role. I was kind of voluntold, as our current or previous president, Tim Jeckering, had retired, as he had felt like he'd served his purpose 6 years as president of the NBA. Now, I was originally a secretary, but nobody really wanted to step up to be president. It seemed as though that the NBA was kind of losing momentum. And so I felt that it was important for me to step up and help motivate people within the business district to really kind of revitalize the NBA and really kind of show some more motivation to what we can really do to the community, and I think we're really starting to see that. And so I was voted in February. I've been doing it for just a few months, and it's been a wonderful experience. But as far as what I do and what I manage, it really comes down to just overseeing any of the assets we own, also overseeing any kind of issues related to businesses where it might be where we could be involved to help delegate maybe some issues, but also responsible for making sure that we ensure that our district is beautiful and thriving.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so how do you how do you make it more beautiful in that sense? What are your services that you provide to make it that way?
So the revenues that we generate through the sources that we do have as a nonprofit, we put those monies back into the community, whether it's putting money into maybe new signage or maybe landscaping, cleaning up graffiti that we might see pop up from time to time. So these are things that we focus on to kind of keep it beautiful, and we work with other nonprofits as well as a means to support them if they want to, refurbish buildings that they may acquire. For example, the Park Theater was recently acquired by Neston, and we want to be very much involved in helping them transition that new approach to what we want to bring to the Park Theater as opposed to being what it used to be. We really want to see it come to life and be a part of the community this time.
Okay, excellent. Now, for the people who want to be a part of the NBA, how does one person sign up to be there? Is there like a process? Is there a paper you have to sign, or is there a website?
There is a website. You can simply go to welcometonorthside.com, or you can visit any of our social media outlets at Northside Now, either Instagram or Facebook. Maya is our social media guru, so she does a lot of wonderful things, and she's certainly beneficial and someone you can reach out to if you ever had any questions about the membership. But it's very simple. You can just go online through our website, again, welcometonorthside.com, and you can sign up as a member there. It's just a very small fee to do so, and it's just a simple form that you'd fill out online, and then you can be a member as easy as that.
All right, that's good to know. Thank you for that.
My pleasure.
Yes. About how many people would you estimate are a part of the NBA right now?
So I would say roughly about 50 businesses. When I took over as president, we maybe only had a few people that were on the board. Now we almost have a full board. We're at about 10 or 11 board members right now. But with memberships altogether, I think it's roughly about 50 to 60 businesses. But it's always changing. But we have new businesses that sign up almost on a month-to-month basis.
All right. The NBA sounds really stable right now. Have there ever been any problems in your position right now that you've had to learn to fix, or any challenges?
Well, I think the biggest challenge is just maintaining a lot of what comes in. We get a lot of communications from other businesses, whether it might be an issue with, like, let's say graffiti, for instance, or maybe there's a lot of dealings when we're trying to set up or arrange maybe like insurance policies for certain events like night market, or if we're dealing with maybe any kind of grants that we might apply for to really kind of help bring some money to the community that we can help build our infrastructure, or even just kind of improve on things in general. So I think every position, especially as a volunteer, can be a bit of a challenge. But it's the learning experience. I think that's really what we gain from it, is being able to take something and learn from it and develop from it, because when it comes back around a second time, it's certainly like I've been there before. So you're really able to kind of come into those new experiences a lot more easily. So it's a fun experience for sure, but I think it's a challenge just being a president in general.
Yeah. You seem like a very strong leader, and thank you again for coming and talking to us.
Absolutely.
It's been a pleasure to see you.
Yeah.
But I'd like to say, for those who know, the Rock N Roll Carnival is coming up very soon.
It sure is.
Yes, right.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to tell the viewers anything that you're doing for it?
Yeah, so, we have a huge resource of volunteers that they all pull in to really help us to maintain, beverage stands, merchant stands. We do have a merch stand that we'll be doing, and I actually volunteered as president to do that for an evening. I'm actually bringing my two youngest sons to get them involved, as they were involved last year. But the Rock N Roll Carnival, based on what we've read in articles locally, that it's the third largest event that happens in Cincinnati, aside from the Cincinnati Music Fest and Pride. This is one of the top three, so it's a pretty big deal for us, and we have a lot of great live acts that come in. We have great food from some of the vendors. We also have a lot of other different vendors that offer different merchandise that's really cool, so it's almost like a flea market in a way. And then we have our own merch, but certainly it's really about gathering, bringing people in to experience the fun local music, the fun local vendors, and really just kind of bringing the community together. And I think it's just a great way to do it, and what a great time of the year to do it for, too.
Well, another one of the big topics I was wondering about was parking Northside.
Sure. So we own 5 different lots throughout the business district. We have one down on Spring Grove Avenue. We also have one on Hoffner, as well as one on Gulo. And then we have the Lingo Street lot, and then the Transit lot, which is right by our Metro Transit Center. So all of these lots provide parking services for those who do come to visit Northside, whether it's for attending events or just coming to shop in the district or for obtaining services. And I will tell you that the parking lots that we do offer are rather affordable. They don't cost much at all. Compared to other lots in Cincinnati, it's simply $1 an hour to park, or you can park the whole day for $5. And then you can also do monthly passes, which are usually beneficial for those who do own businesses that need places to park, $40 a month, or you can even do an annual membership for $400 a year. Now, the one thing that we do love about the parking lots is that they do produce a revenue that we generate that allows us to give that back to the community. This isn't money that we just make and benefit from ourselves. As a nonprofit, we take these funds and we put them back in, whether it's for, again, beautification or whether it's to help other businesses. For example, right now, we're looking to generate record revenues this year alone with the new payment system that we have in place. And with that new payment system and those record revenues, we're looking at a program to be able to install suitcase wheelchair ramps for the businesses that don't have wheelchair accessibility. So this is one of the things that we're actually working with the Northside Community Council on, as well as Nest. So it's a collaborative effort, but it's something that I think we're going to fund independently.
So you mentioned beautification and all these other things. Is there a separate sections in the NBA where, let's say, there's a separate one for beautification, another one for accessibility for people with disabilities?
Mm-hmm. Now, as far as the parking lots, or just kind of committees in general, or?
Yeah, I guess is there separate committees inside the NBA for each of them?
Now with our board being as small as it is, and it's a very small, intimate board. However, I think we all kind of delegate responsibilities. I think there's a few board members that are part of parking lot committees, so they kind of oversee the overall process of how the parking lots are functioning, looking for anything that might need improvements within the lots, the landscaping, or dealing with anything that might be violation related. And then we have the events committee, and the events committee helps establish the organization of the carnivals, working on the side shows that we do also in the community. So there's the events committee, and I think those are the two main committees. Otherwise, as individuals, we usually delegate responsibilities and share information and kind of communicate back and forth as we see fit. But as far as implementing anything related to the district, it's certainly a collaborative effort among all the board members, where we essentially vote for these processes to either be initiated or to be improved.
Okay, since we're kind of getting to the wrap up, I was wondering, is there anything you want people to know about the NBA or the Northside Business District?
Other than, just visit our website. Check us out on our social media outlets. Again, you can visit our website at welcometonorthside.com. You can reach us through our Instagram, Facebook at Northside Now. We do a lot of what we can to really kind of help improve this district. And of course, being in Northside, there are some challenges that are presented to us. But it's the people that really help make these challenges easy to approach. And I think there's a lot of motivated people out there that really want to see a difference made in Northside. It's a beautiful district. It always has been. It's been thriving for years, and we want to still continue to see that thrive. And so really just pulling people in, come check us out, come to a meeting. If they, have a question or if they have a concern, it doesn't have to be business related. Bring it to us. Even if it's community related, we can certainly relay that to other committees, other organizations that will step in and help with those things. So we work with everybody, not just within businesses, but also the community as an effort. So first Monday of every month, with the exception of July, of course, at 7 p.m. we have our general meeting. So please come out and visit. We'd love to have you.
What other types of businesses do you guys have in the Northside Business District?
So I will tell you, along the Hamilton Avenue strip, we have a whole array of businesses, and we can certainly speak on behalf of restaurants. There's a lot of great restaurants, and it's a diverse range of different restaurants. From your classic diner like Blue Jay, and then we have a Mediterranean coming in. Was it Dean's Mediterranean is coming coming into a new building that Nesta just finished refurbishing. We have, pizza. We have all kinds of, we have Indian cuisine coming in. So there's a lot of great restaurants in the area, but also we have a great record store, Shake It Records, one of my favorite places to visit. I can see it from the window of my office, and I always see it often. I'm not allowed to go in there as much anymore because I spend too much. That's my problem. But whether you want a cup of coffee, we have Sidewinder. We have a couple other great coffee shops in the area, and even something as simple as getting groceries or getting some deli from Morsel and Nosh, or if you needed to get gas or just wanted to get a quick bite at KFC. So we do have a wide range of different businesses in the district, and certainly it benefits with the traffic that flows through Hamilton as well.
Nice.
And with all those food districts, have you ever thought about implementing a grocery store? Has there been past efforts of trying to make one that just didn't work?
So actually, with the grocery store that we currently have, Morsel and Nosh is a delicatessen. It plays as a deli, but also is kind of a local grocery store, and it does get a lot of customer base there. Very effective. Now, there's also Lear's Market across the street. They're kind of more of a self-sustaining, a really nice restaurant or grocery store rather that provides a lot more kind of natural foods, more kind of health food oriented. And I think those two have been beneficial to the community. Now, for bigger grocery stores, bigger chains, unfortunately, we don't see that, nor I don't think we have the capacity. However, the grocery stores that we do have with those little ones, they certainly do get the attention of the business community and the community as a large. So, aside from, Morsel Nosh and Lear's Market, we also have the Farmers Market that's quite, thriving quite a bit during the summer months. And so usually on Wednesdays, you'll see the Farmers Market, which is located where we also host our meetings at the heart of Northside, 4222 Hamilton Avenue, and that's behind the Heart of Northside building and their parking lot. But they're well established, and the Farmers Market is a great place if you want to find some good natural foods as well. A really good health food oriented type of organization that goes there as well.
So, can you tell us a bit about your own business?
Yeah, absolutely. So I am the owner of Cincinnati Bartending School. Cincinnati Bartending School was established here in Northside in 1986. So going on 40 years just in Northside alone. However, the school has been around since 1978. I acquired the school in 2020 during the pandemic when my friend and previous owner had retired at the time. And the Cincinnati Bartending School provides a state certified education for students who want to get into the trade, who want to get into the industry of bars and restaurants. And so we teach a certified program that allows them to really understand how the business works, but more importantly, help them build knowledge and confidence in themselves so they can get out there and get into the industry. We provide a legitimate certification upon completion of the program, as well as unlimited lifetime nationwide job placement. So those who graduate from our program not only get resources locally, but anywhere they go in the United States or even Canada for that matter. And we've had people from all over the country come to the program actually to learn, from Missouri to California, Florida, Arkansas, all over the place. So it's a school with quite the reputation, and we've been here in Northside for many, many years.
Wow. So, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's got quite a history.
So thank you guys for watching this episode of Podcast Club. Thank you, William, for coming down here today.
It was truly my pleasure. You guys did a wonderful job. Thank you for inviting me up. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, no problem. So please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment in the comment section below what you guys thought about this video. And have a good day.